Wasting time. Your time or mine? What is the value of time? How should we use time? Something will happen in time. You see, it's not fair for me to waste your time. So I'm going to tell you right now. At the beginning of this video, I'm going to pinpoint in the realm. I will not be able to explain it properly. There are so many things happening from one number that spreads its tentacles all over the place. But why 8? Why 8? Why 8? Why not 9? The body, the holder. Can we call it 9? The holder, 9. But within one cube, if I slice this cube this way and pyramidical way, I will get above what is not below, and what is below is not above, but it is identical. But because it is below, they will now attain different numbers. And holding it on this angle, although there are 8 corners, we will end up, and each corner gets 3, whether it's a dot or a void, every corner gets 3. See those 2 dots in the corner there? Right there on the 5 and the 4, the 1 doesn't get it. And you notice the way it's, when you hold it on this angle, the way 2 are almost equal here, 1 dot over here, and it's like all lopsided. So you only get 6. You only get 6 out of 8. It turns on its, can you say its axis and its polars? The axis and the polars? I don't know. There's a total of 33 empty spaces on this cube. There are 21 dots counted from 1 through 6. The average dot is valued at 3.5. 3.5 times 6 equals to 18, and 3, creation. Because in creation, in the half-life, and as I showed it yesterday, for my better understanding, is the center that gets shared. I'm just trying to see if I put down any blocks here. No, I don't have that design. But what I'm gonna just show you a little design is that what happens in the primary creation. Okay, in the primary creation. Okay, we're gonna do it this way with 3 blocks. The next area will get split, and it's down after this primary creation. So this block that will show up over here will be half within one world and half within the other world. That is the 4th block. It is in both worlds, and it is connected to the C block. The C block connected to the AB. A plus B equals to the C block. Call me a cab. So this is where the half world comes in, because it'll happen again over here. It'll happen over here, and then it'll happen again over here. And now you have the revert side. Here's the entire world on the other side. See that right over here? And then it's got this slash right over there. Nothing over here, but here, let's see if we can do this. So that's one world, and that's the other one. And the center and divider is that D. Here's D. Actually, that is the 4th one, D. This is, but what happens is we finish this AB is A, B, C, D. Sorry, I didn't see this. There's so many things going on here. Is your first block is over here. Your next block, okay, that goes with this block, okay, in tier number 2 is over here. This is the basic 2550 if you want to look at darts. Now, otherwise, you're looking at this block as well, except instead of it being in between, there are 4 of them together. There is no separation. There is no 7th gate. Here, the only way to get through here is to go on this angle. That is number 45 and 135. It is orange. It is red. It is yellow. It is orange. It is stripe. It is solid. And it plays by the 8 ball, and it runneth through the moon. 1 through 15 balls equals to 120. 1 through 7 balls equals to 28, cycle of the moon. Then you have the 8 ball equaling to 36, creation in the heavens, and the birth through Jupiter, creating Venus angels. Okay, so that's your 36. And the reason I say this is the math that goes in here creates the God. And then the math that goes in here creates the angel. And it's not only the God, it's also the game. It's also the card. It's anything that will calculate to 26. The game, the card. I don't know if cube does it. That's 24, 25, 26. No, cube is 31. 31 is the cube. The cube, the die. We have to understand the numbers for its relationship, okay? We were talking about this, that there were 8 corners. But because of the poles, right, we only get to use 6 and 2. 26, 6 and 2. As like when you add to 1 to 15, you get 120. 1 plus 5 equals to 6 equals to 21. So like the gateway is the cube to the 3 parts of a cycle in a month, in a 7-day week, 3 times 7, 21. It is changed from the value of 120 and is going now into the value of 21. The difference equals to 99, and we will bring that into Jupiter. It will also create the roadway and rotation, because in 99 is also 66. But when 99 cometh, it comes with a gateway. 9 is inside, okay? 9 happens to be inside the house, or 9 is all around the house. Everything is encompassed in 9. But yet in numbers, 9 is not the last number with the Z. Why? What is going on with the alphabet that the alphabet ends at 8? We have to understand that, okay? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So now, if I work this into the half-life, it'll be 1 times 5 equals to 5. So now I'm going to add 1, okay, to 5 only. Why is it the half-life? The minute you create an X, you create, sorry, it's not even a half-life, it's a quarter life. Because the minute you create an X, you create a box with all quarters and 4 parts. And then this area over here is the heart. 4 corners to the heart. What number do we give that heart? Apparently, it's supposed to be 35, but we're going to check on this. This is 8, 8, 8, 8, 32, plus creation, 35. Why is it 8, 8, 8, 8? Because when you put a chip and roulette on each corner, it's 32, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 32, it creates 36. But 1 chip, it's 35 to 1 plus your chip. You get it? Every one of these dots, there are 4 of them. 4 times 8 equals to 32. Okay? When you bet on them, you have 4 chips bet.
which is 36, right? Which is 36. But you're putting your chip right over here in the center because it grabs all of these, but it doesn't get any of these other zones. And there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are eight plus one zone. So they all, any one of these numbers come up, right? It gives you a total of this number of 32. You place 4 chips and 1 chip plus 1 chip equals 5. And then the total will be 37. But I shouldn't be in this right now. This is going to represent Pluto, but I don't want to be in it. This is going to represent Mars. This is going to represent the half-life. This will equal to 15 when you add them up, which is the O. And this is the U. When O and U come together is when 5 and 6, the student of life, comes in. When the student of life comes in, the letters O and U come into that world. And it comes into the world in an egg, because those letters are E and F. And to create that scenario of E and F, when you add it up, it creates an O and it creates a U, and you have egg. The egg numbers are 5, 7, 7. E world Christ, in the moon cometh.
Give me a minute. I'm a little thirsty. I'll be back in a minute. I got my fish on. I got my soup boiling. I'm going to lower this. I think it's been too hot. I have to check my soup. Maybe I should put a potato in here, eh? Yeah, I think I'm going to put a potato in. It's cold tonight. It's cold. Yeah, I just want to do this little thing with the potato, if you don't mind. You know, between you know, busy all day, busy all night, writing and searching, researching, you know, following rules and regulations, trying to unscramble these numbers so we can unlock the gateway a little bit faster. Come on, you know, this is getting ridiculous. But even when the gateway, what happens, what I believe is when the gateway opens, everybody starts to see. Those who were blind begin to see. And I'm not talking with their eyes. I'm talking with their logic, with their rationality. That's what the whole thing is right now. We have to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. This is more than a planet. You know, people are more than people. We have to learn what patience is. We have to learn what understanding is. We have to understand people. We have to give people patience. You know, you only should be listening to rules and regulations if the rules and regulations run under logic. And if they're not run under logic, there's got to be an explanation for it. You know, you got to know. You can't be asleep. You can't expect everybody else to do it for you. You know, you might not like the housework, right? But if you don't do any of the housework yourself, you'll never know. You'll feel funny sometimes. Oh, I got to make supper. How do I do it? How do I do it? You know, and if you rush through it, a lot of times you might not remember. You have to put love into it. That's what they always say. Put love into it. So what does it mean, love? Put your heart and soul into it. Give it your divine attention. Okay? Understand and learn what's going on through it. Now we're going to cut up this potato. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm taking a little break. And I got to make my dinner. I started the video. I'm going to keep on going.
Okay, just cut myself up a sweet potato. I got lots of onions in here, not too many carrots. I should have more. I'm gonna keep this here, gonna put it back to maybe a small boil. And okay. One more minute. Okay. I'm back. Are you ready for a little bit more? Don't worry about it. Where are we going to go next? We're going to continue on with where we got the egg from, right? But the polarity of is there a polarity to 1 and 6? Well, they are 7. There is a polarity to this one over here. Okay, this is going to be 6 and 2 over here. So now we just spoke about 6 and 2. Where did 6 and 2 come in? Well, we got it in the 8 corners, 6 and 2. This calculation will equal to 16 and 10, okay? And that'll be 7 and 1, the gateway. So it shows you, okay, 1 through 7, which adds up to 28. 2 times 8 is 16, 2 plus 8 is 10. 28 is the cycle of the moon. There are 13 of them. There are 3 of them, then there's 1 of them, then there's 3 of them, then there's 1 of them, then there's 3 of them, cycles. And sometimes they connect, because sometimes it comes to the end of the year and you're in 3 cycles between November, December, and January. 3 more cycles. 3 cycles of the moon. 3 times 28 equals to 84. 28, 28, 28 equals to 624 or 66. That is your basic gateway to the doubled world through Pluto in the division of night and day. 8 times 4 equals to 32. A Mars creation. 8 plus 4 equals to 12. The total is 44. This value will give you 16 and 8. On the grid line, 7 and 8, which numbers did I say? Here's 7 and 8, here's 1 and 6. Here's 1 and 7. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a minute. There's just so much going on over here. So we ended up with this is 7 and 1. right? So this calculation to this will revert back to that number again. In with this, it will carry in the half-life, which is 1 times 6. So it's going to show you that 6 is your half-life to your 1 through 7 equals to 28. And what is it the half-life to? 1 through 7, okay? Although it's equals to 28, but 1 and 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 8. You want to minus it, it equals to 6, and that's where the world splits by the cube. Where did I get all these numbers before? When I cut this on an angle, the only way through this is this way. 45-degree angle. Simple word is fox and sun, and a multiplication of either 9 times 5 or 9 times 6 to create the reversal of what it is inside the egg, 1 through 6 equaling to 21, 1 and 6 equals to 7, 1 and 5 equals to 6. They're the reflective of their creation, of alpha beta creation, 1 and 2, which creates the 3-4 polarity. So that's the reality. Should I go over this again? And I will. Here is your center dot. It is all alone, the only heaven, the only one of 9 and 8 voided areas. It is a reflective to the 6. It is the only true 7. The 1 and 2, the 1 is opposite of the 6, the 2 is opposite of the 5. So call them polars. So you can either run with 5, 6, or you can run with 1, 2, right? 1, 2 is only part of the stand. First and second, S, T, A, and D, stand. It's the first part of the stand. Why don't I use any other vowels? I could, but I'm not, because this is something new for me, and I want to stick into the into this right now. If I was to use another vowel, I would probably use the E. And the reason for that is because the E, right, is the 5th letter. To make an E with 2 cubes, it's 1 and 4 and 3 and 2. The reversal is 63 and 45. In the sun of love, this will say love. This will say that 9 times 6, 9 times 5 rotation. When you're nining it, you're nining it here. But it can never be 9. It can only be 7. The 8 is void in 1, while the 7 is void in 2. So that's your 8, 7. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals 8 and 7, playing a 1, 2 roll. The 1 dot on the 7, the 2 dot on the 8. They're talking about the cards. So that's where you have your 5 and 6. And you notice that 5 and 2 cannot enter into the halfway house. You see that? They can't get in, or they're fully connected, one of the two. If it takes the dots to connect at the corners to get in, like a pipe over here, like an angled pipe, if there was an angled pipe, 2 would fit into 6, and 5 would fit into 6 twice. 2 would fit in once. If it's a blocker, 5 and 2 cannot fit in. 5 must pass through 4 through the voided spaces. 2 must pass through 4 through the voided spaces. In fact, you can go right through 2 and right through 4 and right into the center of 5, and you turn it right away. Boom, 3 connects to 5 through the center of 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is a representation of 5 and 9, also a representation of the house, the planet, and the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 creates the 8, 6. First polarity of this dice. The payout, 7 to 6. Being the first polarity of this dice, you have to understand that since there are 2 dice, and it is the polarity, it is 3 and 4 times 2, bringing the secondary world on equaling to 6, equaling to 8. And then it's times 3, and so forth. And you run the cycle of 10. So we're going to run the cycle of 10 very soon. I'm not sure if you knew what this is, but this equals to, when we got to 44, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, this creates 8 and 16, equals to the 24-hour day, where day is twice the night. or it becomes 78 the gateway, and the other way to create it is 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 will create the same thing as 44. So we have to sort of understand how this works. This and this create it. How did we create this? From 84. How do we create this? I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. 52 and 18 will create 17. 5 times 2, 10. 5 plus 2, 7 equals 2, 17. 1 times 8, 8. 1 plus 8, 9 equals 2, 17. The three ways to create, okay, this number 17, there must be another way, because in 17, 17, 17, or 888, that is Mars. On Earth, in order to create Earth, you need 4 times 13, or 4 times 4, 4 times 3. Polarity. Where in the world do I get this? There are 13 cards in a suit. There are 4 suits. 4 by 13 equals to 52. The number to plugging in this planet as Jack, Earth, and the heart are all numeric value at 52. And inside what creates 52 creates 17, and through 17, you find Mars. 17 and 17 and 17 equals to 51 Mars. But as you find Mars, we will have to understand that we also find Earth. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 1 and 1 is 2. And when we find Earth, 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 1 is 3. We find rotation in creation through the mass. Sam, we want you. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 6 and 9 equals to 15. This is also equal to 15 when 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8, 15. How the numbers come back to be what they are. Hallelujah. So you understand where we got the egg from? We got the egg from count 1 through 6 equals to 21. 1 through 5 equals through 15. 15th letter is O. The 21st letter is U. We counted up to 6 and we counted up to 5. The polarity of 6 is 1, and inside of 5 is 1. So 5 and 6 live together, and together they create 11. They create 2. 2 and 8. The voided area, I always bring numbers up to this. I want everything to equal 10. I want everything to equal 1, 4, and 7. And remember, 13 is 1 and 3, 4. 85 is 1 and 3, 4. 94 is 13, 1 and 3, 4. So if you want to see what's happening right now, so we're going to go 9 and 4, and we're going to connect that. And we're going to go 6 and 7. And we're going to connect that. And we're going to go 5 and 8. And we're going to connect that. There we go. We got them all. We got 444. And the reason what it shows a pole connected to 4 areas, a pole riding the pole. And inside that pole, because we're not done, in the invert of these numbers is also 1, 6. So let me see. Let me do it. Let me do it this way. We went with 9, 7, 6, 4. Now we have 1, 6. So we're going to connect it here. Then we have 3, 4, 7. 3, 4, 7. Then we have 5, 2, 7. So the pole continues, and here's the passage. And when you draw a line down over here through the passage, you end up with a building over here with a great big giant antenna at the top. And by the way, this is in Brazil. It might be in other places also, but there's a flag with an image on it that I can redesign to show you this. And this is running through the reflective numbers of 36, in which I still haven't done that video yet. Hey, Roger, how you doing? I know it's 27 minutes. You still hanging in? Let me see something. Just give me a second here. Wow, I lost my place. Lost my place. Okay, here it is. Where else am I going to go with this? Yes, when we're doing things, what I do is I add up to a single digit. I add it one way and I add it the other way. Two ways to a single digit. And you also have to know that 1 and 7, this will create 8 and 7. So you can do it in two other equations. You can create the multiplication equation, which can be 1 box to 4 boxes. And you can make, once you get, if you run only 1 box, you can also run 8 boxes around it. So that would be, what would your cycle be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the E world, the 5 position, or the 1 spirit of the 9 birth. Here's the 9 birth, all because of this one. In Monopoly, there is 1 dot centered. 13 times 13 equals to 169. 14 times 14 equals to 196. In between is 27. That 0.5, 55, the passage. 44, 55. The sun and the gate. The sun and the gate, right over here. Here we have 1 9 in the front. Here we have 1 6 in the front. Here we run rotation. Here we run rotation. 6, 6, 2, 6, 6. So I'm just trying to think if it has anything to do with the gematria climbing 2 through 6 and 7, connecting 6 through 1, and 1 through 6 and 7, connecting 7 to 6 and then to 1. This is how we count in gematria, 1 to 7, right? Where is it? I don't have it here. Okay. So I'm not really sure. I'm a little bit lost, like I said, because it's all over. This happens to be Pluto that runs our cycle. This happens to be 1, 1, 1. So if you go 3, 1, you're actually talking about 31 or 13, whichever way you want to look at it. 1 and 3 comes together. This will create DC. This creates the cycle of the moon. This is what creates the division of day and night. This is what will create the 7th gate, the dark 7th gate. There's also number 19. If I had to go 319, if I had to go 19, 19, and 19, this will be 38. This is your birth gate. This is your creation heaven and your birth gate. When I go 19 and 19, 9 and 9 equals to 18 equals to 9. 1 and 1 equals to 2. So 38 and 29. Okay, and then what is it? And you see 8 and 9, okay, are created from 18. 1 and 2, or actually 1 and 1 will create 1 and 2, which will create 3 and 2. I don't know if I want to go that deep into it. I just want to tell you that this is for the word club. This will create number 35. The number 19 is what runs the cycle and brings you to the other side by 1 day. It just so happens that the roulette table is the same thing, because the reflection of the first 18 numbers starts on number 19. The same on the roulette table as the moon cycle of the Hebrew calendar, of a star, the star system we live in, and understanding the mathematics that go within the star, which create all these, for me, beautiful designs, telling stories that I'm still trying to learn on my own. So we also have to find other words also, a 3-letter word and a 5-letter word. How many S's per M's? How many S's per M's? 19 and 13. How many? There's an ER in the room. There's an S and P. These are reversed of each other. RM, 18 and 13. 18 and 13. There's something inside of us. 35, 31, 66. 35, 31, 66, and 23, 76, 86, 87, 88, 89, 89. That's beautiful. Coming from Jupiter, Venus, right over here. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, 8 and 9. These numbers, okay, is what also creates Q and the connecting Q. It is the only one that will connect Q. 9 times 8 equals to 72. 9 plus 8 equals to 17. When 1 and 2 are together, they can come together. They're in creation. This will create number 35. Right here in Quebec is that number 35. Herbie the talking Volkswagen for life, VW number 45. Doesn't mean anything. I shouldn't blabber my mouth so much and give everybody a headache and say things people don't understand. Waiting for words of wisdom, I should just be speaking them and continuing on. 9 and 9 is 18. 8 and 8 is 16. This becomes 9. This becomes 7. I'm just trying to see what it means. These are your highest numbers. In your second world, this is what happens. In your third world, okay, this is what happens. Is that what it is? In your third world, this is what happens. This is, hold on, A, B, C. And then A, B, C. And then in your D world, where everything becomes holy crap. Wow. I'm going to have to stop this video. Hold on a second. I have to go into the other room. Give me 5 minutes. Hello?
Yes, hi. Listen, I just have a quick question for you.
Go ahead. Oh boy, I better lower this. Holy mackerels. Holy mackerels. Okay, it's still gonna cook. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, I'm back. Had a phone call. Couldn't talk here. Okay. Let me plug this in. So I hope. Oh, my camera's. Sorry about that. My camera's on. So where was I? Where was I? There's so many things going on. Inside of Pluto, inside the numeric values for the cycle of the moon, right? In which 28 and 28, okay, is that 56, and that 56 is the F that goes along with its creation, which is right over here in Uf. Uf in French means egg in English. There are 4 letters in French. 11, 21 is 32, 47. Wow. Wow. It's the same number for time. It's the same number for Jesus on the cross. Here, it's number 19. It's created in spirit. Number 19. That number 19 and 28 goes together because it is birth of the spirit. This is where rotas sator comes in. 28 and 19, rotas sator. So you're looking at the spirit of what is created as man. 66, the division of the gateway. This is how man is created. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. The age of man. And how did we create this? 1 and 1 is 2. And 2 and 2 is 4. So it is 2, 4 inverted. That will create 1 and 3. Number 24 or 42 will create 13 or 31 through the egg. This number 24, where it comes from, is because I added 6 and 6 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. It is 12 that created 3. And it is 10 that creates 1. And because there's a 10, this number will change into a 7. And it'll be 7, 3. And then you'll end up with, I don't want to get into that or reason, but just leave this as it is. So I'm looking back at the screen. Yes, so number 42. Now there's a mathematic. Now when you get 42, this is what creates the division between the heaven's gate. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. And it is proven, 100% guaranteed, get your money back right now, that you can't make a mistake because the answer is right here in front of you. If this is not the answer, then we must remove all gambling where they use a dice in all games. Because the reverse side of this dice is going to be 52, is going to be 5 and 2. The reverse side of 5 and 2 is throw the dice all over the place. The reverse side of 22 is 55. The reverse dice of 32 is 45. Bring in the sun's creation. The reverse side of 62 is 15. From Mars I come, as high as I shall be. We shall see. Where 4 and 5, bring in 2 and 3. Where 1 and 1, bring in 6 and 6. So the dice do not lie. They are an exact answer, and the mathematics all work out. And the stories they tell, number 47 for the egg. And that 47 is going to be created through male and female, the female bat mitzvah, the female bat, and the male bar. So we somehow had to bar the 12 in order for creation not to happen. We bar the 12, creation never happens. We never get 3. If we never get 3, we never get 13. If we never get 13, we never get 73. And we never get 93. Saturn does not exist. And the reason I chose these specific items, okay, is because Saturn has a 3 in it. Alpha, beta, 1 and 2 has a 3 in it. So if there is no 12, there is no 3. So then we have 11. So with 11, yo come 11, we create 12 from 11. Yo is the student, and the student 11 is number 5 and 6, and that comes from the egg. And in creating the egg, we create 1 and 2. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 equals to 2. Now we have created through the egg in order to create number 3 so that we can have creation when the Liberty Bell comes out and we have the freedom of 55 within it to create. And here comes the student, number 56, Yo Alev, into the game of the 7th gate they call craps. C-R-A-P. 21 and 17, 38. 5, 6. Game of the student. How in the world do I get 56? How in the world do I get 56? Call me a doctor. Well, here's how I get 38. 21 plus 17 equals to 38. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 7 is 8. So where do I get 56? Well, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3, and 2 equaling to the 5. So how do I get number 6? Well, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 equals to 8. The total, okay, 7 and 8 equals to 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. So we're back to the egg, creation of the heavens, and the egg in the 7th gate, the game of craps. Here is the come-out roll. 7, 11, the student and the gateway. There is no gateway if there is no student. So 7, 11, roll the dice. When you have 7, all you need is 1. Because 1 is a reverse to 6. And in 1, the numeric value of 1 creates 3 and 4. And that is your DC creation of 7. And then you have 6. And in 6, it is 5 and 2. The female creation, a creation from creation where 1 and 1 will create 5. Venus will create the E-world. 5 and 2, 3 and 4, created from 1 and 6, the polar of 1 or the polar of 6 will create. These will create 17 and 19. The 1 through 18 added, reverse alphabet, equals to 19. 18 will recreate 17, but it is linked to 19 through the reverse alphabet of the first 18 numbers is 19. The spirit of man. And in the spirit of man, you have to understand that in the spirit of man, what you have to understand, and I know it's been messed up, is here's the first cycle of 7. The point of your pyramid in counting in gematria 1 through 7 leaves 7 at the top and 66 to the side. In that, you have number 19. And as you descend through the pyramid pipes, you go 7, 8. I can go 7, 6 and go 6, 6, 6, or I can go 7, 8. I don't know which way to go, so I'm going all the ways just to know the difference. So when I go 7, 7, 6, 7, that is number 19. Call that S, H, reverse. There's going to be another one over here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm just going to hold on a second. It's going to. Oh, I really mess. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. Here, this is the one I want. Okay, so here it is over here. Okay, this is the. So you're going to have not 1, but you're going to have 2. And in between the G and the T, you will have the split of the world of M and N. The 13th and the 14th letter. 4 and 5. That is the split of the sun and the fox pass. I'm trying to see a little bit more dimension where things are going right now. So where was I coming from? I want to see where I was. I lost myself a little bit. Sorry. Wow. I really don't know where I was. And I was talking also about the 144 minutes in a day. Let me look back where I was over here. 28 and 28 equals 56, but it doesn't only equal 56. You see, 28 and 28 to the Pythagorean count equals 47. So again, inside the cycle of what creates Pluto, 4 times 7 equaling to 28, by the way. 3 times 7 is 21. We showed you at the beginning where 28 showed up was when we count 1 through 7, it equals to 28. What is it 1 through 6 equals to 21? So it's 21, 1 through 6, and then 7. Okay, and there's just so many ways to do it. I'm never sure which way to go with this. So that's where we got our 28. Your 28 creates the student, and then it creates Pluto. The heavens of the delta angle, D, right? DC, right? See, half of this is a D. and the rest of half of this is a C. It's a CC coming together. You're only going to take up, hold on a second. You're always going to take up two corners. You're never going to take up the fourth corner. The fourth corner is when you create the complete polarity. So if you're going to do it, you're going to create this. I'm just trying to see which way it should be done. Hold on, my phone is flashing. Okay, so when I do this and I don't use the fourth corner, right? See the way there's a C design around the one yoke? That is your double D or your 44, dividing your day and night. I'm not really sure if I should leave all three of them open, close only one of them, because in the work I do, I understand that, and I also understand it towards things that go on the world. If all the cars are going this way, we're not going to have cars going this way. So it's just logical. It's ration and logic, okay? So once we get to, yes, once we get to the first, second, the third, this is the second. Now we get to the third, okay, which is 84. Here's the third one, 84. Now we're going to come to the fourth 28. How do we do it? Do we run it in sevens? You see, the fourth one, why can't we break them down in sevens, adding it? Why do I have to add all 28? Why don't I do it 7 at a time? It'll give me more artwork. It'll create a bigger picture. Why? It's a lot of work to keep doing all this. It's a lot, but I will get to it. And that's why I keep repeating. So we're going to add one more time plus 28 to this, although it's going to equal to 112. Okay. 2 and 8 is 10, equals to 1. 8 and 4 is 12, equals to 13. So it is Pluto that creates man. Also, in the 112, I can either go 1, 3 or 22. 2 and 2, 4. 1 and 3, 4. 2 and 2 is part of the Mars creation. Remember, on a dice cube, the first 1, 2, 3 is standard. It will never happen again. 1 through 9. It will not happen, okay, in the secondary life of 1, in which is 10 or 11. The TH family starts at 4, and on a cube, it is 4, it is 5, and it is 6. And that's where we come into the Fed, 4, 5, and 6. The Fed, okay, the Fed, 4, 5, and 6. The student, the sun, 4 times 5. And not only that, there's a game called cribbage. And when you get 4, 5, 6, it equals to 15. And if you add up 1 to 15, it equals to 120. When you add 4 plus 5 plus 6, it equals to 15. And that's 135, equaling to the word ace. That word ace is 1, 2 creation, creating E. A, creating C, creating E. 1, 3, 5. Now, how can we get to this? Well, it's very easy. We can get to it this way. 7. No, let's not do. Let me do it. 7 and 7 equals to 14. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. Plus 7 equals to 12. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Plus 7 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So we will go over here, A. We will go over here, B. We will go over here. Sorry, over here I said over here I went A, B. Over here, C. And then over here is D. Okay, now what I'm trying to show you is how many 7s that I use. Okay, I use the 7 over here, 1. I use the 7 over here, 2. I use the 7 over here, 3. And I use the 7 over here, 4. If I would have went 1, 2, if I would have went, okay, I could have did it another way. I could have went 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And I could have said 2 and 2 is 4, and 2 is 6, and 2 is 8, and 2 is 1, and 2 is 3, and 2 is 5. And where does creation take place? A, B, C, D, in E, F, and G. Into the gateway goes creation. 2, 2, 2. And into the heavens, 2, 2, 2 times 8 equals 2, 1776. Pretty ironic, which 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals to 6, times 8 equals to 48, and you're into Pluto. But not only that, that is your gateway. 6 and 8, 6 plus 8 equals to 14. The total is 62 or 26. Now the question is, where did I get that 26 from? So I got to go back to the other page and squirm me around until I find that 26, and the 26 is created from the 28. And there's other places 26 ends up. So now that we did this with 28, we're going to go and add 28 to this over here. The third dimension of 28, which is standard, okay? This is A, this is B, equaling to 47. So in Venus, Jesus is standard in Venus through name and time on the cross, which creates the cycle of creation. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4, is the cycle of creation. 7 by 4 equals to 28. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 is what will create 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will create the 12, which is a split of 66, because we can't pass 6. 6 is the maximum. Reason why, one of the reasons I'm assuming 6 is the maximum, okay, is because, first of all, creation is number 30. And in order to advance, okay, unless you're going under and above and going 66, division of the seventh gate, how can I do this? ABC reflects DEF. I'm trying to see which way I should do it. If we want to look through 360 degrees, okay, ABC will create 120 degrees. Once you add ABC and D to it, it now becomes 90 degrees. And that is the smallest number in math you can have for a square angle, 90 degrees. You can count 180 degrees. I'd like to know how to count this. I need to know how to count all these numbers, because they're going to tell us what we can do and what we can't do because of the math that we were taught. You can't, you see, for me, during creation, if I was one team and you were another team, and they told us all the rules, and they say, well, you have to be able to acquire everything in the world in whichever manner you can, except you're not really allowed to do this, 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 and this. Okay, in order to do this, everybody is born as a child and grows up, and everybody needs to know basic stuff in order to get onto a team. You can't get onto a team unless you know ABC 1, 2, 3. So the ABC 1, 2, 3, okay, is standard. Now, if it is switched, and it was switched over time, it doesn't matter. It has its polarity. Otherwise, it's complete chaos. And even if it, in its own chaos, there's still a polarity. I do not care where you put any of these dots. You can put them all on one side. But because of the creation of the skeleton, that's basically most of this, a good part of the story that you need to know. I got 6 sides. I got 8 corners. I know every corner has 3 possible areas where you can fit a color. And if it's 1 color per side, you got 3 colors. You got 3 and 3 colors. If this was a triangle, I'd say 120. If this was a square, I'd say 90. So a square gets 90, and a triangle gets 120. So a triangle of 3 points, let's say, gets 120, gets 3. So a triangle gets 3, and a square, well, that gets 49. Gets 649. Why? Because here's the 6 sides. There's 9 on every side. And it's a square. 4 times 9 equals to 36. We need 360 because that's what we were taught. How do you want to become a mechanic? In the army, you know what I can see and do and say. Come and join us. We can teach you everything. So just by basic knowledge of being taught and not told anything is knowing everything, because you have learned geometric alphabetic numerics, Morse code. And it doesn't matter whether it comes from music or wherever else it can. So I am going to take a 2-minute break. I am going to check my soup, going to check my fish, going to get myself a drink, and then I'm going to come back. So I say to everybody, this is a commercial break with no commercials. I am going to flip the camera upside down, point it towards the moon, and have a good time for the next 5 minutes. I'll be back again. What is blocking? What is blocking? What is blocking? Is it that? Just a little overcooked, just a bit. Just a bit overcooked by 45 minutes. No, it's fine, it's fine. Fine. How's everybody doing in the soup here? Hey, Soupy Soupy. We've got some soup. Oh my God. No, I'm not putting any of these in. You know what? When you put love into your food, the food tastes good. So when you cook with me, we're looking for slop. Anybody got any slop? Yeah. Oh yeah, those potatoes are really good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that soup looks really good. Now, why is this fridge door open? Now we are going to make sure that this soup is going to get a little bit of a shade right now. Whoa, that went flying, eh? You know, you can ask yourself this big question. You can ask yourself this big question. I'm going to be coming back here to eat. One of the big questions you can ask yourself is, for those of you who believe that we were put here for a reason, for those of you who don't understand the reason, you can ask yourself this question also. Why electricity? We would be so much better off without electricity. Well, I think Spider-Man had it right. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Watch my back, I watch your back. To run after things of silver. Silver and gold are very dangerous. Okay, they're silver and gold is what you say in words, what you speak, what you hear is the silver and the gold. Your word is like gold, so speak it of the truth. When you put some money down to buy something, the money is the silver. What you have bought becomes the gold. Or is it? We'll be back in a minute. Just finishing off in the kitchen. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. One sec. You know, I might have a snack after in 5 or 10 minutes, but you know, for those who play cards, Jack 5. And if you want to know why Jack 5, because the Jack is the 11th card in the deck. And the 5, well, it's number 5 in the deck. But to create the 5, right, you have it's a little different in cards because when you look at it, the 3 is straight down and the 2 is straight down. So you can't create a 5. What it is showing you, okay, because the card is a half-life, where the ace dot is a half-life. The ace is a 0.5. So if the ace is a 0.5, the ace is 55. 3 and 2 and 1 and 4, it is a 55. That's what the ace is. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, creating 5. But the 5 is 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 5. According to what we were given. We were given. We are so lucky to be given. Just change the word. What word? It's different than a word. What did God actually say? Was it the word? I gave you the word. I gave you my word. He gave us the word. What word did he give us? He gave us the capabilities to speak. And in the letters, there are numbers. As the ones who follow the moons, the he, we, 1312s, Hebrew. In the word Hebrew is female and male. In the word Hebrew is number 57. In the word Hebrew is the sleeping bear. In the word Hebrew is silver matrix of the blue world creation of the E worlds. HE 85, 08 equals 68, the split of the gateway. E 65, creation. I'm just trying to think of the sun, birth, DNA. I'm just trying to, it's always a little confusing in that one because there's so many things going on. And when I do explain myself too much of why I did something, I tend to lose myself. Anyways. So where, yeah, so yes, in the word. So the word is in language.
because it wasn't said which word, but in the word. So now we learn how to use our language. The words we choose will have letters that were chosen for the word. Although it will have a definition, the letters will have colors. It'll either be red or black, or we can put other colors also. I'm running in this formation because the skull bones of creation is either black or white. On the green felt at a casino, playing roulette, it's black and red, 29 and 27 equaling to 56. 29, 2 and 9 equals to 2, 27 equals to 9, 9 and 2. 9 and 2 also reflects, 9 and 2 is the birth in Venus, which is 4 times. Remember, when you have number 20, it's got to be 4 times. When you have number 1 or 10, it happens at the gateway and in the birth. And when it happens in the birth, it comes in with number 2. And it's because of what the French say. The French say 60, and they add 10 through 19, in which 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9 are expressed exactly as 60, 10, 7, 60, 10, 8, 60, 10, 9. So knowing the value of the word 6, 52, and the TY letter equaling to 45, Fox passage in the sun, right? Total of 97, the birth to the gateway, right? Inside the word 60 gives me the word 10 in English, which is number 39, and 7. So the word 7 is number 65, right? So let's count this as 16, let's count this as 12, and let's count this as 11. So we're going to count this as 7 and 3 and 2. 21, 42. That is your creation for the numbers from 60 over to 79, but it's specifically number 77. Christ gives me these numbers, because 60 plus 10 and 7 is 77, but it is said as 17. So this value also showing you Roman numeral, the D world 9, 4 by 9, 36. So it is the IR creation, 4 times Roman numeral 9, right? And is that a Roman numeral? When we see an X, should we just be saying Roman numeral 10? Anytime you multiply that, it could be Roman numeral 10. I don't know. 10 in the box, 2.5 each. I don't know. So, so this is 24th letter, and 9th equals to 33. This is before. If this was a Roman numeral, 10 minus 1 is 9. This is the 24th letter minus the 9th letter equals to number 24 instead of 33. So if you put one on this side, it's 24 to 33, which is 66 in rotation of the 7th gate. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 68. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 69. 8 and 9 play the same role together in creation. See, when 6 and 6 come together, it's 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So you're creating in the heavens, you are creating the birth. The next number over from this, okay, because I split it, I added these together, and this becomes 9 and 8 equals to 17. 1 and 7 equals to 8. 6 and 6 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. We end up with 38. And for those who don't remember from the previous page how we ended up somewhere with 38, and I think it was 19 and 19 equals to 38. 19 and 19 equals to 29. The birth in the creation heaven, earth, Venus, earth. But Venus doesn't play this role because Venus, okay, has multitudes, right? Venus is not one, but Venus is more than one. Venus is 4 times. 4 times Venus. Neptune. So if you go to Venus, which is planet 2, to Neptune, which is planet 8, we begin the rolling cycle that brings us into Pluto, and along the way brings us into the polarities of cube 1 and cube 2
to polarize, okay, what we know as cube 6 and cube 5, which is Earth. Okay, and also understand that 1 has a basic letter count of 34, where 2 has a basic letter count of 58, where 6 has a count of 52, and 5 has a count of 42. So we can add these up, or we can just say this is going to be 13 and this is going to be 6. So this is going to be 46. Zion, Israel, 0. And this one is 77, the Christ. So now, if I start putting things together, like if I put 1 and 5 together, in basic mathematics, 1 and 5, right, will equal to 76. So 76 minus 52 equals to 24. What I'm doing is the difference between 6 and 6. But to create that 6, it's 1 and 6 using the 1, number 34, using the 6, number 52. Okay, this equals to a total of, this equals to 76. The 2 and 5 equals to 100. But I don't want to go over. I don't want to go over. This is 100. 2 and 5 equals to 100, 10 times 10, right? When you have 100, it'll be 166. So you're going to now need 266. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, important message. Hold on. So 1 second. Yeah, I'm doing a video. I'll contact you a little bit later, 7:30 tomorrow morning to 8 o'clock. One of them, I'll call you. Bye. Okay, so now, where are we? Where are we? Oh my God, I lost everything. Yes. Okay, so we're over here in the numbers, right? We're over here in the numbers. So this number over here is 8 and 2, right? Look, the 28th cycle. We're back to the 28th cycle, what 2 and 5 does. The 28th cycle in Pluto and Earth and the Sun. So now we have to do the mathematics where we bring number 4 in, we bring man in. Okay, so this here, 8 and 2 equals to 1. 5 and 4 equals to 9. We're bringing in the spirit. The birth of man is coming in. Rotas Sator, cycle of the moon. This one over here is going to connect A, B, C, D in the half-life where 1 creates all through numbers, as it is number 34, which its polarity 6 is 52, creating the other 7. Together, the 1 times 1 plus creates 76, in which will create 42 and 13. This over here was spoken about 2 seconds ago. Where did I get 42 and 13 to come together? Where did I get 42, 42, 42, 42, 24, 42, 42, 42, 13, 42. Please find me 42. Please find me 42. There is going to be a 42 somewhere. I remember seeing a 42. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8, dividing of the gate. Here's a 24. This is the dividing of night and day, which also is the dividing of the 7th gate in the game of craps. And the odds are 7. You put 6, you get 7 back. But I did mark a number 42. And just remember what 42 is. 42 is 1.5, the same numeric value as Mars, and can be created through number 23, as the mathematics in the star system will both create 6 and 5. 4 and 2, 2 and 4, they create 6 and 8. Now, why did I say this? Oh my God, I need to explain myself. Number 24, the 7th gate. What happened? Just give me a second. These are 2 cubes, 21 on each cube. So if it's 21 and 21 for 2 cubes, the dots, that means there are 66 voids. Right away, creation. Okay, and this will be 33 or 42. 33 or 42. 3 and 3 or 4 and 2. So in rotation of 2 cubes. And the voids are 66, bar 66. That is the voids. Why do we have to bar the voids? 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. 4 times 2 is 6 and 8, which equals to 14. That's one of your first 5s. And 48 equaling to 62, which is the queen. And another way to get to number 26. The other way to get to 26 is by number 28, which equals to 16 and 10, 26. So there's 2 ways to get there. And this is Pluto in this number. And this is the first dimension of arriving at the numeric value of Pluto. So let me see what happens. 28 times 4 equals to 85 or 58, which is 21 away from the 7th gate. What just happened here? 4 times 8 is 32. 84 is Pluto. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 times 2 is 8. And that's how I get it. This is just the reverse. What is this? 5 and 2, 7. 8 minus 1, 7. If I want to do it again, I can do this. I can go 5 plus 5, 1. 8 plus 2, 1, 1. Which will convert to 70, which will convert to 77 to Christ. The reason for that is I need to bring it to a single digit. And I have a choice of 3 different digits to choose from. The 7, the 4, or the 1. The reason for these choices are, and the difference of 1 to 4 equals to 3 with 2 in between, and 4 through 7 equals to 3 with 2 areas in between, is because our leap year happens in the 4th year. There is 1 to a leap year, and 1 cycle, which is 4 years, and 3 years, which is 7 years, before we reach the next leap year. The next leap year into the 3rd leap year, okay, here we get to number 4, okay, that's a leap year. And then in the 8th one, that's your 2nd leap year completed. And then your 3rd one will now connect these 2 numbers. And your next one will connect 1 and 6. Your next one will connect 2 and 0. And once that's connected 2 and 0, you just keep going like this, 2 and 6, 2 and 6, 2 and 6, 2 and 6. This is the next row. So what we would do is we'd flip this over this. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Whoa, I'm off base here. Off base, off base. Anyways, the 147, 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, 1 month February. So I think we finished with the 28th cycle, the second cycle of the 28th cycle, which matches the numeric value for the egg, number œuf in French. I have to go between French and English because that's how it works, right? When your mouth hits your butt, right? We're in Quebec here, right? And this says kiss ass, right? Que is tail or ass, and bec is kiss. It's number 53. Bell Canada Enterprises, 352. 3 and 2 is 5, equaling to 10, equaling to 43. DC, in creation of A, B, C, D. This will revert into number 19. That's the next number. You will go all the way up to number 19 in this. This one, well, it'll be 1 to 19. If you add 1 to 19, it equals to 190. 1 to 19 equals to 190. And all zeros equal 6, you will get 196. You see, 19 is on the other side of creation. It is the first number of the next 18 numbers. So it's 1/18th or 1/9. 99 times 199, 9999 gold. Gold is number 38. Remember that, creation of the heavens. This calculation is 14 times 14 equals to 196. The first board of creation is 13 times 13, which equals to 169. That's the Monopoly board. The Monopoly board has one square in the center to 168 squares all the way around, in which the final two area squares are 40 and 48, which is blue Pluto. 88. Riding Pegasus, NGC 7286, in the dividing of day and night, in the blue world of DC. 10 and 24, or 1/6, the half world of the spirit of 76. 3 times 22 is 66. And 88. When you pass over to 88, you have passed over the seventh gate, and you now have a reflection. And that is where this design comes in. This is only one part, but this is many parts of the seventh gate. I'm just working on some designs, seeing how they come together. Why I do this, I don't know, but the squares tell me I can't go straight down on a square because I'm staying in my same zone. I need to cross zones. Isn't this the way computers work? They have to cross zones, and then they crisscross zones right over here. I can and continue this all the way down here. And I'm gonna teach myself the story. I can't believe I just wrote on my screen. Oh my God, wow. Or maybe I didn't, I don't know. Maybe it's on the paper. Wow, did I do that? Okay, I'm not touching it. I usually ruin things, so I don't want to ruin it. So anyways, so this is what happens. You get the 6, and then you went over the other side. Now my question is, what if this was 6 over here? Or what if it was this 6 here and this 6 over here? You see, we're still divided by the seventh gate. How do we get these two 6s back together? These two 6s are together. Here is M and N. So should I have just flipped this over? What made me get that seventh gate? You see, with Mars creation, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way I see Earth creation is 1, 2. I'm looking at something. 1, 2, 3 is Earth, and then you put that one in here, right? Earth ends right there. That's Earth ends. That's it. That's it. That's it. And that's it. And that's Mars. But I always look at it as, why am I not doing this? This is the half world. This is where the X comes in. This is where you can pass right through the center of a corner, right? Instead of passing through the center of this corner. By turning the dice, you can now go through the heart and split 258. Otherwise, all you're splitting is everything equally and running on a 4-5-5-4 angle. 4-1-4 angle of the sun, 5-4-4, 5-5-8-5 equals to 53. Electric company 15-8-23 creation. This one tells me about 5-4-5-4, the sun birth. And this tells me silver matrix. Is it talking about the silver spirit? I'm trying to think. 13 and 14. Okay, 13 and 14 come into this. Why does 13 and 14 come into this? Because you skip over from this pyramid over here to this pyramid over here, where you finish off with Bat's Mitzvah. at the age of 12. But the actual thing is, once the bat mitzvah is over, you're 13 and over here. And once the bar mitzvah is over, you begin the 14th year. The woman, although she's number 5, once she has completed her 12 years of life, she starts in the 13th year and she converts and takes on 5.7. When the male is a bar mitzvah, bar the 12, he takes on value of 7. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. When he moves over, he takes on the value of the sun, the birth, the sun, and the dividing gate. Also, at the same time, man is in everything for some reason. Why is man in everything? Because these 2 letters over here are M and N, creating ace 11. M and N is number 27. 2 times 7, 14, creating birth in the sun. 2 plus 7, 9, equaling to the birth. 14 plus 9 equals number 23. One times 4 times 4 equals 4. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So we now have our 1 and 4, 5 equaling to 9. Our 1 and 3 equals to 3 times plus 1 equals to 4. 3 times 1 equals to 3. I was answering the question on number 13 and 14, which is also noted as 4 and 5 and 4 and 3. So their polarity is right here. And the polarity is right here. So there's a 3-part polarity, and it all comes together through number 5, through the E. So just give me a second. I lost my trend of thought. 1 times 3. So this one creates 7. This one will create the basic 9. The female is 5, 7, and the male becomes 7, 9. That's funny, because this will get you DC and the moon. The female gets you the moon, but we call it man. Oh, yes, we call it man, right, because M and N, when M and N divide, they come together. These 2 come together. There's no division in them. You see, there's no division in them, as though maybe I shouldn't be putting 7 up here. Maybe I should change this and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 77. The Christ comes in over here. But if we don't count the dividing line and we go 1 through 6, we get 66, and we get the female. We get the L inside of this area over here. 66. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7. 6 and 1, 7. 5 and 2, 7. 3 and 4, 7. So we get man inside of here because this is where the A stands. Where does the A? Should I create an A inside of here? What is A? A is created by a DC. The creation of A is D and C. So we will take the D and put it that way, and I will take the C and put it that way, and you have A. This little spot over here, okay, can also be noted to possibly be this area, not this one over here, okay? I'm not sure if we can get a point to this one. You see, we have a point, but we came above it. When 6 and 6 come together, we can create a perfect point from within. But when there's a 7th gate in this area, we're going to crisscross our lines above this numeric value. You see this thing over here? I'm not sure exactly what it does. Anyways, the top of this, what I missed saying, is the point of this is a total of 19 or 91. It's 13 for one side, 13, 13, okay? Or it's 91, 13 or 31, no, 13, okay? Or it's 19 total. Now, if it's 19 total, that is only in the first, where's the book? And don't forget, 19 takes you to the other side. 19, it's the second 18 numbers. 19 can also be known as A. Well, no, it can't be known as A, because if 19 was A, right, 19 plus 25 equals to 44, 36, H, 8. Okay. What would happen is if you started the roulette board on the second 18, starting at 19, where the 19th letter S, okay, was A, and the Z, okay, sorry about that. Hold on a second. Wow. No. Okay. So where you have QS coming together, because there are only 17 numbers left on the board, 19 through 36. You have to restart the board and finish, okay, at H8, which is going to be Z. And H is 8 and Z is 8. And that's where you finish. So you start on S and you finish on H. And yes, 19 and 8 equals 27, and they are polars of each other. This one becomes the gateway of the spirit of man. Remember, to DC because of 77, right? So I'm going to just because we've been into this video pretty long, so I think I'm going to jump on to something different. I'm getting a little bit, I'm not sure, lost or what. And remember this. Remember this. Let's keep it in basic. Is every 3 is the standard cycle. On the fourth one, it becomes the polarity of the cycle. So take it another way. It is today. I am going to say Happy New Year. Today, right now. I didn't say it yesterday. I said it now. It is the beginning of a new cycle. Tomorrow, in day 2, in which today is only a half day because I started in the middle of the day. In fact, a full day, okay, a proper day does not begin when it's light. It begins when it's dark. Or it begins when it's light and it ends when it's dark. No, it begins when it's dark and it ends when it's light to become dark. Anyways, there's 4 parts to the cycle. So where am I right now? Oh my God, I shouldn't have said so much. Yes. So today is today. So tomorrow will be the beginning of day 1 where I made a choice yesterday. Yesterday was the science on what arrives today. But yesterday had a day before that, a prior day. That day is sort of long gone and forgotten because it was the day before. B2 for dividing of the house. It was the day before yesterday. Everything shifts. The numbers, the letters. Throughout the 36 numbers, they all keep shifting, telling different stories for their position. But we need to find reason and logic for reason and understanding that reason of how. So anyways, so now, okay, let me see if I can do this on paper, make it a little bit easier. It is decision. And this is yesterday. And this is decision, this is today and tomorrow. See this 20, see this 20, see this 25, 722 or 788. I'm just using the first initials. And because I have TO and TO, all I want to look at is the M and the D. The D is the 4th letter in the alphabet, and it is created by the M. And then there's AM 1 through 13. It's the complete cycle of the first half of the alphabet. 61613. Remember the dividing day between 2 weeks when the chicken doesn't lay an egg. And 2 more O's have come into the cycle. And remember how the cycle works. Here is the basic cycle of, let's say, Earth. This is the basic standard cycle of creation. And once we have creation, we have the polarity, we have to add on 3 more. Once we add on these 3 more, it's almost like these 3 don't even count. And in accounting, a lot of times they'll say start at 1,000 or start at 1,000,000 or start. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, once it happens, since we always run cycles of 9, what it is we need a cycle of 12 in order for once we start removing one of these, it keeps shifting until we have the cycle in 9. And now once we're here, we will add on 3 more zeros. Now there's 2 things to do with this. In primary in 3, this was the center of these 2. Now the average of this and this and this and this will make this become the average. So this is the 1, 2, 1 cycle where we need to come up with the average in the center. I'm not really sure which way to say this. Okay, so I'm just saying the average of the center, which is 2 times what we will have to do for each one of these, right? The average in the center is going to be equal to, like if the average here is, let's say they were all, I don't know, I don't know which, let's say I had number 18 and 18, 36, and they all had to be the same number. So then I would have 18 here and 18 here to 36 here. I don't need this. I can play it all from the center, and I can have that like that. Anyways, I'm just thinking with this. Leave this out. What is this? I don't understand one bit. Yes. Okay. No. Okay. Let's do this. So now we made the decision today. Yesterday there was no decision. We weren't thinking about it. Now all of a sudden, boom, it's tomorrow. This is now yesterday. Let's go A, B, C. Now this one becomes A. This one becomes B, and now we have a D, the new tomorrow. So that would be B, the new tomorrow. Now it moves forward again. It moves forward again. Remember, A, yesterday, B, today, C, tomorrow. Tomorrow, let me redo this again. I don't think I did this right. Okay. Yes, Tom, Todd, Tom. And this is 3, right? Tom the turkey represents 3. Todd, I'm not really sure. So anyways, we have A, B, C. I'm just going to do it that way. Now, one day goes by. D, E, F. 2 days go by. G, H, I. Now what happens? What happened? What happened? Today, this is so complicated to explain. Yet this day over here has to go to the day before yesterday. When this goes to the day before yesterday, that cycle, that first part of the cycle is complete. We have to pass how many days before this cycle is complete? I'm just going to tell you it's 21. You start off at the first and second day, and then you end up on the end of the cycle on the 21st day. You had 6 days and 1 day, and you had 6 days and 1 day, and 6 days and 1 day, and you're supposed to have 2 days, 12 and 6 days. Hold on, 6 days and 1 day, and 6 days and 1 day, and 6 days and 1 day. 6, 6, 6, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1. So that will end up to be Saturn. It'll be 18, it'll be 9 and 3 at the end. It'll end up to be Saturn. And this is your 1221 from creation. You have to create from AA. So, and this is also 33, right? It's 33 and it's 55 because of the complete multiplication. So anyways, whatever it is, and then the 1 week, when the first week goes away, the first week of your creation of that idea, when that week goes away, you have passed the 28 days. So you can get rid of that first day week of, look, it was a week since I came up with the decision, but you only start that the day after because you only came up with the idea today. And now it's yesterday and the day after tomorrow. Anyways, this is really confusing, and that's where all these numbers come in. Remember, everything is threes. The average between 2 is 3. When you put in 4, you now need to take the a different way to take the average. It's a division of 4. You add them all up, you divide it by 4. But after you've divided by 3, you can check the difference. After you've checked the average of 2 and got the third one, once you add the fourth one, you can understand the difference. Anyways, maybe I'm not explaining this right. Let's see this. This is going to be the cycle of your primary polarity. In your primary polarity, I always talk that 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 6 equals to 8. Okay, which is number 14 and 48, which is Pluto and AD, A, B, C, D, into the E world, 10E, or JE, which means I, or je suis, or I am. I am and I have. Heaven's Avenue. Okay, so this creates the 7th gate. This is 2 times 3, 2 times 4. So you see, I mean, I can add everything to get the 6 with 1 and 5, but I don't want to. There's this and this is a polarity. Okay, the 23rd letter will get the letter D4, and the 24th letter will get the 3C. The reverse alphabet shows a polarity right here between Grover Cleveland's election. This will create the 7th gate. This is your star system creation of the 7th gate. So it's included inside the polarity, inside the letter X and inside the letter W, X, sex, and WD, WD40, and sex, sexy 3. Do you follow what I'm going? You need to go a minimum of 2 times the polarity. You need 2 cubes in order to play this, in order to reach the first plateau of the 7th gate. So you need 2 of these. So here's what it goes, okay? And cycles, remember cycles, okay? Remember cycles. So you got 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. Everybody understand? When we're facing polarity, the 4 is facing the 3. So you go 3, 4, 6, 8. Right away, we reach the gateway. Where is that gateway? That gateway birth is inside the creation. It is standard, and it is inside Saturn. JC, why is it JC? Okay, it's JC because this is the 3rd part, and in the reverse counting, it becomes JC, Jesus Christ, in standard, out of Saturn. Here is your ID in creation of the 7th gate. 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So this is number 12, actually. So everything ends here, the end of this cycle of 12. 4 by 3 is 12. When this one reaches 12, you have reached the 7th gate and the half-life. And by the way, this is also 12. They become the same. Into the standard world, connecting to the polarity and finishing off the cycle to the 7th gate. 84, Pluto, the creator of the division of night and day. 4 and 6, 8 and 9, the birth in the high heavens. 3 and 3, 7 and 6, the half-life birth. 9 and 2, which is the creation in Venus. I don't want to do this. I want to keep going this way. So 3 and 4, 12 and 4 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 16 and 4 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. He, as in Hebrew, 6, 22, 6. So this is going to equal to an 8. There is a division of the seventh gate right over here. Or some kind of blockade. All zeros equal 6. Because the place that 0 is relevant is right over here. So that's 6. So here is rotation. 9 here, 2 and 4 is 6. And here in itself, it's rotation of the house. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. Here's the cycle of the moon for the one spirit. Number 1, which will also show in sense. So this is a gateway, 728, because there's a 0 with this number. This is number 28. This is number 32. So we've done 4, 1 cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 cycles. Okay, now we have to do 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. Right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we close the cycle. We close the cycle at the gateway right over here. We close it at the gateway right over here. The gateway from here to here. So normally, okay, normally I would stop right here. In French, they say Sunday as dimanche, lundi. All the days end in di. It's number 49. It creates 99. They match. Do they match anywhere? The only time they match is in the 10th area, where 3 and 4 match right here, and they match on Jupiter. They match on Jupiter, and if I think correctly, time, heaven, spirit creation on 13, area space, okay, created by Pluto, which within creates that numeric value for the cycle of the moon, number 28. So now what we did is we got to area 10, and then we went to 11. Sorry, we went to 10. Like 1 is 10. Like 2 is 11. Like 3 is 12. And the reason for that is because the first cycle is going to disappear, the standard. And we're only going to go from D, 3 and 7, and we are going to end all the way down over here. Because the next one from here is going to repeat this one. And that will be taken over by number 13. And that will be 3 and 7. Taken over as row 13. We only did 12 rows. 12 rows, but if you take a look, they all add up. K11 plus B, this is number 22. KL, this is the L. 12 and 1, 11 and 2, 10 and 3, 9 and 4, 8 and 5, 7 and 6. And everything splits over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here at the 7th gate, everything splits. Why did I say that? Why did I choose to say that? What has happened that I chose to say it? FGGF is the center of everything. There is no other split but the spirit of 76, splitting of the 7th gate. The 24 hours a day, the 28 and 24 keys on the piano, the cycle of the day. So this is this basic formation of 3 and 4. And we have to run all the way over to here. So if we do run, we have 1 that ends over here. Let me end it here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1 that ends here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 that ends here. So this is the standard basic cycle, has to run all the way to here in 12. It has to run this 12. When this last 3 comes in, this first 3 is wiped out. Now we start on to the complete new cycle. So we need to start one more cycle, and that would be number 13. The 13th cycle must be run in order to continue these cycles. So in this next cycle, you see, we started the 13th cycle, started with 3 and 7. Hold on a second. The 13th cycle, should I start it with the 13th cycle? 13 times 3 equals to 39. Actually, there might be 15 cycles. And the reason is that because it equals to 45. And all the numbers equal to 45. And maybe it's 18 cycles, because 18 times 18 equals 324, our vibration in creation. 432. 1440, 1440, 144, 144, 144. Okay, equals 0, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. 432. What is this? 1,440 minutes in a day. Times 3 equals to 4320. Add on the 1440, you have 5760, or the year 2000. This is Hebrew time. Running the moon and time in the half world. So there's another piece I did, which I don't know if I want to do it now. I think I'm going to stop and breathe a little bit. And that's over here. What all our numbers do. It's over here. And then I want to show off this design in my next video and explain this design. And remember, these triangles can move. So we have to explain every area of space. If I make this bigger, it's going to tell a different story. But right now, I needed some protection, and the only way to protection is to do it this way in 9. If I had it in 12, I can move it. But I'm giving you skeleton work. What is this? 1 and 6, 7, 7 and 6, 13. 3 and 4, 7, 9 and 4, 13. 2 and 5, 7, 8 and 5, 13. Send it right through, sir. How do we send it through? Well, we're going to connect our numbers together. I just moved 285 over.
Red Rover. So let me see if anybody said anything. I'm sorry, I'm such a blabbermouth here. Oh my God, Mr. Messer. Oh, I can't believe I didn't see this. Oh my God, it's a half an hour ago. Okay, oh my God. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going for a glass of water. And this world has been built by dots and dashes. Dots and dashes. Numbers, I don't know. Times 6. Times 6. The polarity of the first closed house, right, of A, B, C, and then D is 9, 8, 7, 6. So 6 and 4. Open the door. Oh.
Oh, my fridge is freaking open. I can't believe it. My fridge won't shut. Oh, I've got to start being careful with this fridge. Just give me a minute. I'm going to taste my soup and see how it came out. Onions. 2 carrots. Onions, 2 carrots. Sweet potato. Anybody want to come for a bowl? I only got 1 spoon. But I disinfect it. Don't worry. I'm coming back in a minute. I can share my soup with you, but I only got 1 spoon, but I can disinfect it. It's a great disinfectant. I love it. I'll tell you tamari. You want to tell me tamari? I'll tell you tamari under the sun. See the 3 parts of the sun? I can put it this way. See the way the 6 would come in? Let me see. What's happening to this light? Why is there so much light? Where's all that light coming from? How come so much light? Who asked for all this light? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Give me a minute. Just give me a
I need a 2-minute break here. Give me a 2-minute break. Thinking of something. I just want to eat my candy. Here, kitty, you coming in? Come on, don't make me wait out in the cold. Come on. Let me read. A1, B2, total 3. C3, no skip. A1, B2, C3, total 6. D and E skipped. Law breaking begins at C. The 21st letter is the letter U. It is the first time that we will shift into the next dimension of the S reflection H and the what did I just say? Yes, the 21st letter is the letter U. It is a vowel. The C house has a vowel in the second tier. In the first tier of 369 standard rotation, only 3 numbers hold position, okay, of ST. That is first and last. As the average of the 214. Have any sense in this? And where did I get number 14 from? That's a good question. Wow. 1 and 4. 1 and 4, 14. So what did I, yes. 9 plus 5 equals to 14, right? 9 and 5. You see, last is 9 and first is 1. And in between it is 5, so it's 9 and 5. I just lost myself in that one, so forget about it. Let me turn on. Okay. Oh, it's tomorrow? Thanksgiving tomorrow? I want to see something. What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow, November 20. Tomorrow's the 25th. So the 25th is tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where we are. Okay. I'm going to get back to Mr. Messer. Sorry that I'm a little... Okay, U.S. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Turnkey. Right. Absolutely. The key is 11.5. And I was doing this somewhere early in the video, and I got a little bit lost. 11 is 6 and 5, that's student. 28 and 28, 2 parts of the creation cycle, of the alpha beta cycle. There's the cycle, in the cycle, and then we rotate the whole cycle. And then we do it again. And you got to do that 4 times. We have to get through number 28. We have to get through the 13 moons. We have to follow the system that is running right now. It doesn't matter if it's the real system, if it's the fake system. They all have polarities. They all have names. They have a calculator. They have numbers. They have positions in the alphabet. We've got English and French to bounce everything off to understand that 60 is the beginning of where 10, A, B, C, D, 10 is added. 10 through 19 is added to 60. Christ comes in at number 77, where they mention 10 and 7. So I can look at this two ways. Okay.
And I did this a little bit earlier, but I will do it again. I don't mind. And we're number 17. It is 60. Okay. In fact, it's 60. Now let's forget about 60. Let's go all the way up to 69. But after that, it changes. It changes completely because it's 60, okay, plus 10 through 19. It's 60, and 60 goes all the way to 79. 60 goes all the way to 79, and it takes in with it ABC standard. So we're going to do the same thing when we get into 60. But in 60, we're starting at number 10. See the 0 over here? So I'm a little like a little mixed up. Should I go from 61 to 78 to make it easier? The Half-Life Gateway, the Spirit of 65, the Student, this being 6 Mars, this being the Half-Life. So whatever it is in French, okay, they will say 60 and 10 through 19. So here's where your A, B, C, D comes in. I like to look at 0 as the cube. And when you see the 0 over here, just because it says 60, for me, it's 66. So just because it says 60 and now it says 70, it now says 76. So 66 goes where there is no gateway split, to a gateway split. 6 and 6 is 12 together. This one is 19 and this one is 12. It's actually 13 and 12. Although the numbers equal 27, okay, for the letters, what I'm talking about here is just the row. This angle over here, this part of the angle only going up 6 high. I don't need to go 7. This is just a passage. I should just remove number 7. I don't need number 7 there. That's a passage. It's a passage on different levels. I can just remove it all. I don't need it. Over here on this one, I flipped it upside down. When I flip this one upside down, I do not remember. You see there's, you see over here where they come together? This area over here is not the same as this area over here. Therefore, this design is not complete. And I need more than this. I need another row here that I can complete this entire design. But once I complete this entire design, I will only have one of a kind of this and one of a kind of this. So how many of these do I have to create before? How many do I have to create? So if I did it this way, right? If I did it this way, I'm just trying to see on my camera, would it be any different if I did it this way? Different. So I would have to just keep creating these, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, I'm going to go back to Mr. Messer and look back. The word key is 11 and 5. 11 equals 1 and 1 is 2, and 5, well, that becomes K, and the E, and then 2 and 5 together is the Y25 key. Now, why do I add, and you haven't asked it, but I'm going to read, why do I add at the end and not multiply? Because multiply divides everything into quarters. Add is showing me the 4 houses, and 4 houses and 4 houses is 16.
But anyways, okay, not here, not there. Okay, key left, right. Well, okay, I'm a little mixed up with this, but 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create 5 and 9. 5, 4, 9. We don't need to count the 1. The 1 moves forward, right? Is that the way you would see it? The 1 moves forward? Okay, well, I don't know. I'd have to talk one-on-one with you because I can't follow some of the stuff. 136, that's beautiful. 136 is an absolute. 136 is how it's created. It's A, B, and C. A, B, C. 136. A, and then A, B, and then A, B, C. 136. Total 10. So we get a 10 in our ABC calculation, and it stops, but it doesn't stop at D. Is when it's ABCD complete, we get a 10. It took us AAB, probably and most likely AA, two sides, creating size and creating space. You know, and when I look at 40, I'd like to look at that as, should we look at it? Which way do you want to look at the 40? Because there's many ways to look at it. I'll just look at it as 40 if I can. Because sometimes when I look at 40, I look at 1379 is 20 and 2468 is 20, and that's my 40. So I got the addition multiplication to create my 40, and that 1 I'm going to count is the center of all the numbers. 40 only right-hand alphabetical order. Okay, you have to explain that. 40 only right-hand alphabetical order. 40 right-hand alphabetical order. Number in English. So do I count 1 to 40? And even when you say 80, it's telling us 4 20s. So there's more to 40 other than it might be telling us about 2 parts. Hold on a second. See what happens is that time heaven 1 through 20 happens twice. And that is a standard basic. The Mayans was 20 days in the cycle of 18. 20 is 5 times 4, bringing us to the center. I'm just thinking. And 401 is actually communication. 10-4 communication upside down, whichever way you want to look at it. 410, I mean, D is, are you saying number 14 because D, where the polarity comes in is D, and it equates to 10, where it's JD? As well, 14, that runs around the circle of this dice, but it doesn't run around the circle when the 6 is up only. It's 14 around when the 6 is up. When the 6 is to the side, it's no longer 14 around. First of all, I made a mistake on that. Both sides, dots. Okay, dots removed. I do not want to see repeated dots. So when the 6 is on the side, the repeated dots reverse, okay, equals to 5, 7, 5, 7, 57, 75. When it's this way, it's 5, 5, 5. Okay, so number 14 or 41 is created by 6 times 5 equals to 30. 6 plus 5 equals to 11 equals to 41. Add 6, because there's a 0 here, equals to 47. Now you have the egg and time and Jesus and the moon. And you have Yo 11 to creation of the E world. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. That creates that where the female starts. After that, the male comes in. 77 times 75 equals 57, 75. 7 and 7 is 14, between 5 and 5,
brought 2, 1 and 4 equals to 555. 555 equals to, if you multiply it, it equals to 125 plus 15 equals to 140. We're back to the same numbers that you spoke about. Now 7 and 7 is 14, equaling to 5. 1 and 2 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals 8, equals to 15, equals to number 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6, equals to 5, and we start all over again. But before we start all over again, 14 times 12 equals to 168 hours in the week, and which breaks down to creation. In 168, and we have 2 weeks, we bring the backward average together. 8 and 8 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 and 8 is 7. 1 and 6, we now have the gateway. That happened in the year 2015. T-O. This will convert. This is number 35. This is our primary eWorld creation. I'm going to get back to you, Mr. Messer, right now. I'm off in the fields. I'm off in the fields. Just let me take a look. U21, S19, 1 for 1, and it is also noted to be a 676 in that reality. For gematria, for the 7th gate gematria counting to the single digit, U is 6, S is 6, and you're 1 for 1. I always saw that exchange, and Grover Cleveland was parading on a lamppost many years ago when I began. And it said 1441, and I'm not sure where it is. 1441. 1441. If you take out your calculator, if I remember, 11 times 11 times 11 times 11 is 14,641, which is 565, which is creation of 41, all in a ball. Just multiplying 11 4 times. And it also has to do something with the Mayan count. I haven't figured that out yet. And also noting that sometimes we can just blank out what's in between and just take out the gateway and just count the 2 worlds alone because we don't need it. And just like with numbers, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 1 1 is 3, 4 and 4 is 8, 4 4 4 is 3, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. We've now created all 3. 7 7 7 21. It's all 3. Although they create all 3 threes over here, they create number 3 only. 2 2 will create 4. 2 2 2 will create 6. 2 2 2 2 is 8. 2 2 2 2 is 1. See, 2 creates 4 6 8, and then it creates 1 3 5 7 9. Anyways, 1 3 5 7 9. Just to note that when the 6th rendition of 2 shows up, hold on a second. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 4 6 8 1 3 5. I'm just trying to see something that when to 8. Okay, here 1 2 3 4. In the 5th rendition, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, 6 7 8. Hold on, it's 1 2 5 6 7 8 9. 5 through 9. Okay, so when we're counting A, B, C, D, okay, equaling to 10, noting that after C it equals to 6, okay, noting that once you add the 4, where you're actually only at 4, 6 is already involved, okay, and you're leaving out 5 through 9. 5 through 9 created by 1 and 4, noted that what this does, okay, it's 1 3 5, and it creates the letter Z, the letter N, and the letter Z in the 6th through in the 5th through 9th dimension. Those 2 letters are now created on here, and the letter 2 4 6 8 in A through D, you have created the O letter, which is the 15th letter, which is adding up A through E equaling to 15O. I'm not really sure where it's going to work, and this is only in the first dimension of this. Remember, there's at least 3. Let me go back to you, Mr. Messer. Sorry to jump off. Key is 11,525 can be coming not so far. I like that. 11th letter, 5th letter equals the 25th letter. Right, yes. 2119, 104. Oh, yes, and 104 is 2 decks of cards, 52 and 52. 104, make that 164, make that 74, make it Jesus Christ, the egg on time. 104, because all zeros equal to 6 for me. That's what I did. Number 14. Oh, yes. In number 4, that's 104, right? 14 is 104. Yes, okay, I missed that. Okay, 14 is 104. As 44 is in teen. Teen is part of 10. So now 14 is a combination telling us about 10, the teen 10, because it's A, B, C, D that creates it. And it is the letter N, the letter that creates the sun. And the reverse letter is the M. So everything has just been mirrored, okay, after number in letters, after number 13. Now there's other numbers that are in, I believe the other numbers that, you know, here we have 13, and then here we have 13. I wasn't sure if I couldn't go down. I couldn't go down because it went 1, 1. It stopped going down. So I went 1, 1. You can design this another way. And then I was trying to measure my pyramid between each number. You know, Jesus is number 74, so I'd go all the way to here, so I'd see the angle to Jesus, right? Let me see. Let me open this up with paint. Let me see what happens over here. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of these, make it black, and I'm going to connect, flip it upside down, flip it, and then I'm going to go ahead and solid. And then you can see, so if I start over here at number 7, and I work myself all the way over here to number 4, that is the angle of 7, 4. If I want to go at the creation of the 7th gate, I'll go to 7, 3. If I want to go to Venus, if I want to go to Mercury, if I want to go, let me see, if I want to go to the E world, number 9, look at the angle of that. If I want to go to Spirit of 76, it would be that angle over there. And if I was going to do this, I would probably do it like this. See, I didn't come out enough. I had to be covering D. Hold on a second. Let me just change that for a different color. Whoa, no good. I got to do that again. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. And then we'd run down this side over here. And oh, my computer screen goes blank. Oh, now it opens up. Yes, so that's what it would do, and you can see the way it's coming forward into the 7th gate. So I went Spirit of 76, and then the opening on the top went only out to cover D, and I left A, B, C alone. I took D, E, F, G, so I got my 4 after. I got 3 and 4, just like you do with your telephone. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what you do with your phone. So, and then I had over here the maybe the fixture to, and then it would look like that. Instead of the design looking like that, all you got to do is, if you understand, know how to use all the images per number, you got 7 to creation gateway. And the reason for that, okay, one of the reasons for that I'm going to show you is because you all think we have a triangle here. Is that right? You all think we have a triangle here. Just 1 second. I just want to do something. Okay. See, once you put the two of them together, okay, you open the open space, and there's an angle on here for light. I'm not sure if we should do it this way or this way. I think Moses was wearing, remember Moses was wearing that dark colored robe, and if you can see, it sort of bends. See this area here? It bends right over here. Let me see. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Anyways, I'm going to look back, Mr. Messer, and see where we've gone. I've gone off the court. One is the only number in English in reverse alphabetical order. The only ones. The only one, reverse alphabetical order, the only ones. One is the only number in English in reverse alphabetical order. One is the only number in English reverse alphabetical order. Whoa, hold on a second. Let me see this. O-N-E L-M-V. L-M-V. Okay, let me see that. Let me read that again. One is the only number in English in reverse. Eno? Is it because it's Eno? Five, 6. Oh my God. Okay. Backwards 1 creates pi. When you see the 14th and 15th letter together, or number 14 and 15, where is that? Hold on a second. Not sure where to put my camera. When you see it's all kinds of crazy things going on. When you see the 14th and 15th letter, okay, the 15th, that is no, okay? No. That is the beginning of pi, 3.1415, okay? Because you bring, by bringing in the polarity, just like A is first, so becomes for last as first. So becomes backwards C as 7. A1, B2, C3, D4. 1, 3, 6, 10. Okay? 1, 3, 6, 10. Now I'm going to do it again. 4, 7, 9, 10. Instead of 1, 3, 6, 1. If you want it with a star. So these are the way to fabricate it. The Spirit of Jesus comes in on this line over here. I just can't believe I messed it up. $141. 141 in exchange from 1 to 10. Omega. From 1 to 10. The end is like the beginning. What is 9? What is 5? What is 4? What is 9? Ducks, doves. This artwork, this stuff over here, this is telling me 22 has to do it because it is the same as the beginning of the end. This can also be designed as 77 and noted that in the cube, 2 and 7 are in the same house, and 2 and 7 do the same work. 1 and 8 do the same work. 2 and 7 do the same work. 3 and 6 and 5 and 4. Any order, they do the same. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals to 4. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals to 32. So plus 1 equals to 5. So it took A, B, C, D, E to create 5. And it took A, B, C, D to create 5. This is the 3 and 2, 5. This is the 1 and 4, 5. And it was created by these numbers. The same thing with 2. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. You see? Boom. Dividing gateway. Polarity. Dividing of the gateway. Now you have the next one becomes and 2. This will become 1 and 2. This will become 3 and 2 becomes 5 and 2 becomes 7 and 2 becomes 9 and 2 becomes 2. So this is the ninth area. So this becomes the alpha omega. This is the dividing gateway. So since we're getting this as the third and fourth, first, second, third, and fourth, the same thing as third and fourth. So 2 and 6 is like 2 and 7, as 2 and 5 is like 2 and 8. Reverse counting 2, 4, 6. Because number 7, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 is 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, and 2, and 7, and 9, and 7 is 7. So if you go the polarity, it's over here is the first 3, and then it inverts over here on 7, 1, the gateway. Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, Jesus and the gateway. And if we added these together, it'd be 145. That's the number. I mean, we can do it any way we want, but this is Jesus of time. And then you can see where the gateway is to the spirit of 76. These are the 2 numbers in between, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that it's descending by 2, it's ascending by 2. So these numbers are perfect, and so is this cube, and so is this world. I'm going to get back at you, Mr. Messer. 41, 14, 14, 14, 14, 6, 41. That's it. $14, absolutely. 6 is the half world. It starts whichever way it is. 1 is in the, there's another equation where 1 is in the center. 44. 44 comes from 84, 44, 44, 44, 44, 44, 44, 4. You wrote FOR 4, 44, okay. 44, 621, 39, FOR angel 4. This is for you, angel. Number 39, 27 and 12, Saturn. 44, 40, 40. Whoa, that one just 621. So when I see O and R together, I look at that as rotation of creation of the heavens. And the reason for that is because OR totals 33. And it's gold in French. It means gold in French. So when I refer to gold, I revert to the English language, and it's number 38. Can I look at it another way? Yeah, a 33 I look as rotation of 2 different worlds, 2 giant buildings that are only meeting at the peaks. Okay, F before O, between R, before T, before Y. Yeah, I'm not sure which way you're going with this, because when we A, B, C, D equals to 21. No, A, B, C, D, E, F equals to 21. So we've already included in it. So I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. T before Y, or of before. Okay, before. F, okay. F before O, right, okay. Before R. F before O, O before R, F before O, O before R.
Okay, right. Oh my God, yes, yes. So F, I'm not sure the way you look at letters and how we can look at letters. The reverse of F is U, just to start with. Being in that scenario, being before O is being before creation, because O, hold on a second. Because F has it's a 0-6 number, it's a 6 number, I can say 66 and I can say two sides. But the creation of that, the two sides creation of that is 156, 246, 336. And then the invert of 246, this dividing of the gates, is the 538. So there's inverts because of these cubes. Right. Yes. 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 You know what? I ta putty cat. Number 24, 42, 44. Right. I ta putty cat. Chi 22nd in Greek, 44. You bust in blackjack with 22. The 22nd president of the United States was Grover Cleveland, only to come back as the 24th president of the United States. The polar to that 24 is the 23, dividing 22 from 24. Yes, Anna is good. 1441. NN is in hands. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out which way you're going with some of the stuff, but yes, I follow that. And since you did that, I'm going to get another drink. I wasn't going to do this tonight, but now you forced me to do something that you're doing that I already did, but I'm not sure if I did it right. So let's see. Give me a minute. How good is, what's all the lights in here? Where's that light? Just a terrible light. Oh my God. What can we do with this light? Maybe, can I put the light here? Would it be better if I put the light here? Put the light here. Where can I put this light? Where can I put this light? Look at that. I have no face. I have no face. See that? It's so easy. It's so, I mean, what an easy world. It's not a trick. I just removed my face. Take away the light. Boom. Okay. No fooling around. Where can I put this? I got to do something with this. It's got to go somewhere. It's annoying me. How do I look now? Okay, I'm going to get something to drink. I'm coming right back. I'm going to warm up a tea. You know, I plugged this tea in 3 hours ago. I turned the kettle on 3 hours ago. I don't get it. I turned the kettle on 3 hours ago. I figured the plug was close enough. Huh? I pressed the button for the tea kettle, and the plug was right next to the wall. I thought it was close enough. Why do I have to stick it in? Why can't close enough be good sometimes? And another thing for 1 and 4, and the splits and circles. Another thing for circles. Let's remember circles, because when you go bowling, they circle things. When you go bowling, the 10th frame has 3 frames that come together. In bowling, the 4th frame, if you get 3 strikes, the 4th frame has nothing to do with the 1st frame. But in bowling, if the 3rd frame has something to do with the 1st frame, but the 4th frame has nothing to do with the next frame. And the 5th frame has nothing to do with the 2nd frame. And the 6th frame has nothing to do with the 3rd frame. And the 7th frame has nothing to do with the 4th frame. Jesus Christ. 6 and 3, creation of the half-life. 2 and 5, earth. 1 and 4, communication. I like to call it because the bunny ears are on. 10-4, I hear you, good buddy. Okay, I'm going to heat up this water. Everything for me is linked. $41 is when everything happened to me. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is one of the rare connections if you want to go into the game of pool, where 1 and 4 is yellow and the 4 is purple. The 12 is purple, and the transformation of numbers from A to I9 is now from D to L12, which is what 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create. In the 3rd dimension of 4, it is 12, so that would become standard. In 12, I'm just trying, I lost my trend of thought. I see it, it goes away, it comes back. In 12, what were we talking about? Let me look at that question. 1 times 5. So when ABC standard disappears and we start taking over from D, in which could be another dimension of A, because remember, in a triangle, you go A, B, C, and then when you get to D, you're back at A. But in a square, or with 2 triangles together, you go A, B, C, and D ends up into the next dimension, leaving a C because you're not going to reconnect.
You can do it 2 ways. You can go A to B to C, A, B, C. Or you can go A, B, C. A, B, C, A, B, C. A, B, C, D. I'm just trying to think which way we can do this. A, B, C, D. I'm not really sure which way I should be doing this, but in this actuality, I'm still missing these areas to keep it square. You got to keep everything square. How do you want to calculate? We got to be able to calculate, right? And anyways, this is going to show me horizontal. This is going to show me vertical. Actually, I could have did the same thing with both, but I'm just showing you this difference. Where was I? What were we talking about? Yes. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 4 equals to 5. The 4 ball is purple. So we have purple. The 5 ball is orange. To create this, we needed blue and red. To create this, we needed red and yellow. In this creation, okay, between blue and red creating purple, blue and red, B13, R12, Hebrew. We, he, 12 and 13. The polarity and the split is right over here. 3, 4. HEB is, the B is 4 and it goes with he, 23 in creation. 5 and 8, 13. W and E, 28. In man, at the age of 13, to the word man, 28, to the division of M and N, again, back to 14 and 13, the same place we were before, 5 and 4, 4 and 3. So although there's a division over here, okay, that division, anyways, okay, just hold on. Shh. I need to get back to the 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, the colors. So now what happens is inside of this, number 14, we've already created what is the solid one, and from the solid one, we have created the stripe. 1, 4 creates alpha, omega, or let me call it the ducks, beginning to end of its own. How would I call it? You see, this is not the end. I don't like to call this the end. You know what I'm saying? It just creates 1 through 9, AI. 14 creates AI. It also creates a numeric value for the sun fox. It also creates the birth value, number 29, which is inverted to the spirit of 76, because 16 and 14 will both create the 29 number at the end of its cycle. So this is 5, and this is 7. 12, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 to create that 5. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will create that 7. So these two will create the same thing at the end. This had to go through the star. This did not. This did not. This had to go through the star. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. So this would be a total of 29, 1 through the star system. And the other one is 12 and 14, 26. 26 and 29, and that is 55. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm getting a little bit tired. 41 is powerful and unlocking everything else. Keymaster and something else, and original Ghostbusters. Keymaster. I was thinking of that today. The word master. I always like to look at the word. Let me see if I can focus this. There it is. Master. The ST. Okay, the ST is in there. ST equaling to 39. ER equaling to 23. Asterisk. The M letter is 13 for creation of the spirit. I like to, if I look at that word master, you can look at it many ways. What is the master? The master of the house. And I can look at this as the asterisk, something to do with the I don't know, something to do with number 8. At the same time, I'm starting to see a stereo system. Let me see the next one, the connection to 14 and 41. You see, that's another one. There's a 1441 somewhere out there. 441, if you add 1 through, 1 through 21 equals, 1 through 20 equals 231. So what through what? What through what? 1 through 26 equals to 351. Okay, at 27, 28, 29 equals to 84. And that'll be 5, 8 and 5, 13, 3, and that'll be 435. I'll be missing 6. I'm trying to see where I can get with that. 14 and 41. Well, if we get to this design over here, right, just for basic, I'm going to show you this after. This design over here, what it is 9 times 9 equals to 81. 8, 1, 1, 8. 9 plus 9 is 18. It's the same number. So maybe we should give it, what, 2 X's, an X here and an X here because it happened twice, right? Then we go 8 times 8 is 64. So here is 4, 6, and here is 4, 6. And 8 and 8 is 16, right? 16. So here is 1, 6, and here is 1, 6. And 7 by 7, okay. Now 16 plus 16 and 64 is 80. So we'll mark 1 here. And the 81 and 81 is 99. So 99 is here. The 80 I'm putting over here. My phone just buzzed. Okay, so where would 80 show up? Since I don't have a 0, I marked it here, but since every time I have a 0, I add 6 to it, right? That would be 86. So now I would create a new equation. I'd go 8 times 6, 48, right? And that 48 would be here and here. And 14, which will be here and here. But I don't need it because 7 and 7 is 14, and 7 times 7 is 49. So I go 4, 9, 9, 4, and I create that designer, that hat. And then I go 7 times 7 is 49, plus 14 is 63. So I go 6, 3, and 6, 3. So what happens with 6, 3 is I connect onto the 99, 6 and 3 creation of IR. 6 times 3, 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 6 plus 3 equals to 9. And it connects right onto the 9 line, 6 and 3. And that's what 7 times 7 does. And it connects onto the gateway connects onto the Jupiter-Venus line. What jumps on over here is 2552 Earth. Right over here is 5 times 5, 5 plus 5. 5 times 5 is 25, 2 and 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that would come out to 16. So I would put 6 and 1 here and 6 and 1 over here. But I already got 8 and 8, 16. So I've doubled it up. So now we have to ask that question. I don't have to add the, so if I did add the 16, right, and the 25 equals to 41. So here's the answer right over here. 5 times 5 equals 25. That's here. I just did it. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. The total is 35 plus 6 equals to 41. All zeros equal to 6. So I would get my 41 over here through the sky pass. And this will equal to 17 is 10 and 7. And this will equal to the spirit of 76. So this will be 13 and 17 equals to 30. This is 7. This is 15, 6. The end result is this. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 7. 1 times 7 plus 7. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. 7 and 8 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. This will end up to create at the end this. When this is here, that is there. And that is 57. Into the heaven's birth, you connect the moon. And that's when 3 19s light up. When 3 19s light up, so does Saturn's angels light up. So anyways, let me get back into this. So this is what this design does. And you can see the way Earth falls right into these two cubes. And here's the dividing gate to the half-life, living on the cross between two thieves. And the O letter, the 15th letter, I put right over here. The half area, 15, 1 through 5. 1 through 5, 5 through 9. The first half, 1 through 5. The second half, 5 through 9. Living in the half world, 5 by 5 by 5, 125, 1.25 days left over in the year. 0 is the linear axis, 1 is on the left and on the right. So then I did it correctly. I'm very happy with that. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're, because if that's what it is, that's fantastic. It works out for me. Because for me, this is all a guess, you know, I'm just guessing. Anyways, we're going to end it for now. I really appreciate you being here, Mr. Messer. And maybe one day I can take a nice long drive out to the promised land. Actually, I'd rather go south than go west. Peace, love, and the power is with us. For us to know the ancient knowledge, the ancient knowledge of creation and different ways to put it together to where it's going to become the word. Everybody is going to wake up. If we know it, they will know it. 7 times 7 times 7, CDC. 7 plus 7 plus 7, 21 plus CDC, U plus CDC equals to 13 moons of man. Later or tomorrow, I'm not done.